Thank you very much for your story. And if let's say we got back into a time machine,
Right.
and you're told that today is your last day on earth, you have to give all this information you have to your 18-year-old self that just finished high school. How would you summarize it in 3 points that you can continue guiding, that your past self can continue walking in your footsteps? And
Okay, that is quite tough, but this is what I would say. Uh, just from our discussion, I think there is a point where we are allowed to uh, play, not play it safe. I think they say young people are more risk taking, and it's okay. Like that 18, 19, 20, 21, play around, of course. I experimented with so many things, as long as you don't get in too far. But my advice would be I would have trusted myself, not even trusted myself, to trust the system, trust the process, trust the process. You really don't see the product as you're in the process, the pain, the anguish, the trials. But at the end of it all, when you look back, you say, yes, it was worth it. I wouldn't trade anything to exchange that experience because you learn through the process. So I would probably ask myself to try out things more. I know, yes, I said about Coke and I've tried several things. I'm like, I should have tried even more things because I think the more you try, the more you fail, the quicker you get to the success or to where you really want to get into. So that would be it. Try it out, learn through the process, trust the process, and come out. I remember, is it 2 years ago? One of the goals I had is I remember I was just saying, God, I just need tough times. I need these tough times. It is not the best prayer to ask for. It's not the best prayer to ask for. But you're like, at the end of this tough time, I end up coming out way better than if I just had that, the same thing you call comfort zone. When you're in your comfort zone, sometimes you really need to ask for this, especially when things are good or just mildly comfortable for a while. You're like, I'm not growing. I'm not growing. I need these tough times, but I can tell you when you're in the middle of that tough time, you are like, remove this cup away from me. But yeah, that would be it.
thank you for sharing. And if people want to reach out to you and get in touch with you so that they can you know find out more about the professional and personal development and other things, where can people reach you? How can people, if they want to get your books, where can they find your books?
Okay, now get to our website, that is careerpoint.co.ke. You will find more about the career, the development programs, the online courses, also about the books, but you will need to probably Google, they're still on our site. On Facebook, check Career Point Solutions. I have my own personal profile, but I'm not very active on my own personal profile. That is Daniel Mutuku. But I'm very active on the Career Point Solutions page. On a personal profile, check on LinkedIn, just search Daniel Mutuku. That is where I'm very active, and maybe we can be able to get in touch right there. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Daniel.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. This was such an awesome conversation. I've learned so much from you.
Right.
Just trust the process, be a go-getter. And before we go, what are some of the things that then for this year that you need to fail in to do, that you want to experience?
So I wouldn't say specifically where I would want to fail, but I would say at the beginning of the year, I had set some goals, but there are some goals I already see I'm not going to achieve. I'm going to fail on that. I'll give an example. One of the goals was I need to put in 5 online courses about business. And I later on pivoted and I started focusing on creating the program Badass Pro. So I actually scrapped that out. I said, I'm not going to do the 5 online courses. I'm going to focus on this one, build it up and market it and all that. So I can say, yeah, that is an area that I will fail, not achieving what I wanted, but at least I can talk about pivoting. But failure comes in even if you ask for it or not. I'll give you an example. Last night, I was to have a webinar. The webinar starts at 7:30 to 9. So, of course, due to the curfew, we are at home. So I set up the internet, pull the cable. I can't, of course, do it in the sitting room. There's a lot of disruption, children, TV, and all that. So I bought this long internet cable, and it is long enough to get to one of the rooms where I use it now as the office. I pull the cable, I fix it. It is not working. No internet in the room. It is a bit far away, so the Wi-Fi is not that strong, so I can't get the Wi-Fi. And I'm like, the webinar is starting in 15 minutes. No internet. I can't get out of the house. It's already 7. And even if I was to get out of the house, there's no shop around in my estate that do networking and computer accessories. Maybe Mama Mboga. Those are the kind of shops in the center I have. So yeah, I decided to set up using phone hotspot. Of course, the program I use usually launches live on Facebook. Because of the low bandwidth using the phone, it didn't launch on live Facebook, but I still went on with the program. At some point, for the first time, I was using my camera and connected. Somewhere along the way, the camera battery went off. I had to switch back to the webcam. It was a good show or a good webinar I conducted, but from my side, it was a great failure. There were so many things that were not working. Of course, I gave it my best in terms of presentation and teaching and informing people. But on the other perspective, so many things didn't go as expected, and I felt like a failure. And again, today I woke up in the morning, read some of the feedback I got from clients, and I was so happy. It was like, yeah, I liked the video. It was so inspiring. Even if I had problems with internet connection, probably also other people, but I recorded it. I've uploaded it on YouTube and tell them you can watch the replay.
Okay, so where can people watch the replay if they're interested in learning more about Badass Pro, how to make a 6-figure income without going to school?
Go to YouTube. I think also, as I was talking, where you can find me, go to YouTube, just search Daniel Mutuku. All the videos I do are right there. So you will see the video or the webinar. And if you want to know more about the Badass Pro program, just go to www.careerpoint.co.ke/badass.
/badass.
Yeah, careerpoint.co.ke/badass.
Yes, and stalk him on LinkedIn. Put there in the comment section, how can I be badass?
Yeah, I am teaching people to be badass, bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured.
Thank you very much for a badass interview.
You're welcome.
You've shown me what it means to be a go-getter. Just have the attitude of failing and just go out and do it. And school does not really matter. That you might have a degree, you might not have a degree. Just go forth and explore. Fail, learn, and be better.
Right.
Thank you for being a badass interview.
Karibu sana.
All right. Thank you.